All right, good morning. Good morning. Thank you for joining us here at Esco Trading for another session of the Open. I'm your host, Esco the Trader. I hope everyone had a good weekend. This morning, we are paying attention to three stocks: Apple, Verizon, and the SPY. After that strong close that we had on Friday, the market has been showing us the last couple of weeks that the SPY likes to give back everything it gained the next day. So, we have a supply area right above the SPY sitting at about 443 to 444. Um, it can go two ways. It can either have a nice pop, go directly into that supply reject and start bringing the market back down for at least the first hour, or it can go down a little bit and bounce, kind of trade sideways for a little bit before making its way back up into the supply and then rejecting again. So, it's a couple things it can do this morning. So we're just gonna sit back and see what the market gives us. But Verizon, we're looking to catch a small bounce here around 52.50 and try to see if we can catch it back up to the pivot at 53. Apple, same thing. It has two areas that we're looking to catch to the upside, around 169 and between 166 to 168. So Apple's gonna be a little bit trickier, but again, it's all gonna depend on what we see happening here with the SPY. This is the factor right here. So let's see. We have about a minute and a half left on this bell. Verizon looks good. Verizon looks good, but again, let's see what the market gives us. These are going to be pretty quick scalps, being that these zones are so close together, which I do not like playing, but depending on how we start, it's going to give me an idea of which direction we could possibly go. So these are going to be like Friday's plays, in and out. We just we're looking forward to having a lot less choppiness than Friday. Friday was very rough. There's just so much choppiness for the first couple hours of the trading day. It kind of started to level out after about 1 o'clock. Started to settle down, and then we had a couple big moves going into the close. Very experienced traders are able to navigate, days like that, but the less experienced ones are usually getting caught up in the choppiness. So, all right, we have about 30 seconds to the bell. Starting off the last day of the first month of the new year. Tomorrow's February 1st, so let's see how we close out the month. All right, about 15 seconds here. Let's get it. And here we go.
Hey, hey.
All right. SPY and the Qs are opening, kind of
Hey.
sitting still right now. We're looking to
Hey.
see if they're going to give us a flush or if they're going to give us a pop straight up into the bell. All right, watching Verizon right here. Looks like Verizon is bouncing at this 52. Let's see if it's going to go any lower.
Hey.
Alright. The Qs are actually in their supply zone as of right now. Let's see if they can break out of it. If they can, then they can push the SPY up into its supply zone. But right now, it's just kind of standing still. Nothing's really happening. It looks like we're getting a kind of flat open on this first minute.
Hey. Hey.
Nothing's really moving right now. Apple is going up into this first supply.
Hey.
Decent little pop here, $1 move. All right, here comes the Qs. Looks like they're coming down. Let's see if they're gonna break this support and go even lower.
Hey. Hey.
All right, here goes the start of this next candle in about 20 seconds. just realized what we did here. Alright, watching the SPY and Qs here. They have waves down to 430, 438.78.
Hey.
Watching the SPY, looking to see what it's going to do here. It's just opening kind of flat. It's not really doing anything. So it's not really giving us any real direction as far as which way it wants to go. The Qs are headed back up. Let's see if it's going to reject off the pivot and head back down again.
Hey.
The SPY is actually under VWAP right now. Alright, it's literally just sitting right there. So this is a pretty flat open this morning. Nothing's really moving. A couple stocks are making a few little minor moves, but nothing really definitive right now. Alright, they're both, the SPY and the Qs are both under VWAP. Alright, let's see what we get here. This could be a rejection. Alright, we're getting ready to approach the 200. Nothing really happening here yet. Alright, we're approaching the 200. See if we get a pop. Alright, the Qs are in the supply zone. The SPYs are at the 200. Alright, they're going up, so that's good. Alright, the Qs are outside of the supply. Alright, looking at Verizon out the corner of my eye. We have some $53 calls sitting over here. It looks like the Qs are rejecting from the top of the supply zone, but they're holding. They're not flushing back down, so... Right now we're seeing a little bit of strength in both the futures, so there's really no reason to play puts right now. Alright, we're about almost 6 minutes into the trading day. Still nothing really exciting here. The Qs and SPY are showing some strength. The Q is out of its supply zone. The SPY is getting ready to go into its supply zone right now. Alright, watching the SPY here. SPY looks like it's starting to come down just a little bit. Alright, Verizon has a pin bar off of its support. Starting to make its way back down. Apple is really strong this morning. Really super strong. Alright, looking at 172 contracts for Apple. Apple had a nice $2 bounce. $2 bounce this morning. Alright, the SPY is right at the supply zone and it's looking like it's struggling to get up in it, so Verizon is holding support. Apple is at the top of its supply zone. The next supply is at 172. Currently it's at 171. So Apple has room to go up, but if the SPY and the Qs start rejecting right here, Apple is going to come back down with it. Alright, looks like we're getting a little tiny pullback. Just a little one. The SPY is literally sitting right above the 200, so. And then it has VWAP and the 50 just below it. It would be interesting to see if it could just flush all of those and come back down. This little tiny move on the SPY, man. Contracts just spiked almost $20. That's all right, here we go. Second candle. All right, we're showing a lot of strength this morning in the future. So again, you really don't want to go against the trend. If they're gonna go up, just let them go up. Just watch to see when they reverse, if they reverse. Apple is starting to pull back a little bit with the SPY here. SPY is sitting right at the 200. Qs are sitting right on top of the 9. This is an interesting open. It's like it's not really flat, but it's not really one directional. We had a little pullback on the first candle, a little bit of a quick little rally on the next two, and then on this fourth and fifth one, we're just getting. It looks like we're getting a little bit of a rejection, but just not much. No real direction right now. So all we do is just sit, man. Just sit and wait. We don't want to anticipate anything like we did on Friday. We just want to sit and wait and let the market just show us clear direction. All right, the Qs look like they're getting some strength, so they should be pulling up a lot of the tech. SPY is just kind of trading sideways right now, so it's sitting right on top of the 200. If we see any sign of weakness and it breaks below the 50, which is about $1 down, I would say that we're probably gonna get a flush this morning. First target would be 438.78. Second target would be 437.31. If within this first 30 minutes, I say till about 10 o'clock, another 21 minutes, if we haven't taken any trades, what we're going to do is we're just going to set some alerts. And we're going to just let the market tell us when to come back. That way we're not sitting here all day anticipating things to happen. We could just be alerted as to when stocks are moving in our direction, and then we can play it according. All right, Apple is above its supply zone. It's on its way to 172. It's looking really good here. The Qs are looking really strong, showing some nice volume. Apple is looking really strong here this morning. All right, Verizon looks like it made a lower low. It's just above 52.20.
Hey.
All right, we're getting some alerts here that a lot of our stocks are climbing first thing this morning. A few things are up 5%. It's got to be off of that rally off the Qs. The SPY is just kind of struggling here a little bit, but it's about to hit its pivot. So let's see if that's going to prevent it from going any higher. Apple is about to hit 172. Apple is really strong this morning. All right, looks like the SPY is rejecting a little bit here at the bottom of the supply zone. Volume looks like it's starting to dry up a little bit. All right, Apple is about to hit its supply zone here at 172. The SPY looks like it's about to hit the pivot in about another 30 cents. The Qs are about to hit its pivot in about another 50 cents. I would like to see both of these above their pivots in order for me to consider going long. All right, SPY had a nice rejection. Looks like a quick rejection off of the pivot. It's in the supply. It's trying to fight. Showing a lot of strength right here. Apple is literally pulling the market up. It is so strong this morning. Lots of volume on Apple right now. All right, we're getting a little bit of a rejection here as the SPY is at the top, just literally inches into its supply zone. We have about 7 seconds on this next candle. Not showing much weakness here though, so we don't want to take it yet. Alright. Still going up. SPY is inching its way into the supply zone. Okay, we're getting a little bit of a rejection here, not much. Both the SPY and the Qs are showing a lot of strength this morning, so again, we just don't want to anticipate anything. We just want it to let us know exactly what it's doing before we decide to get in. Apple's getting a little bit of a pullback here, not much. Alright, Q's starting to pull back, SPY's starting to pull back.
Hey.
These two, SPY and Q futures, man, they are showing strength. Volume is not really consistent, but I mean, you get low volume on these pullbacks, so that could mean there's a continuation up. These pullbacks are not really pushing through a lot of volume. All right, Apple is in the second supply zone. Verizon is all right, watching the SPY here. Qs are pushing higher. All right, it looks like the SPY is starting to pull back a little bit more than it's been doing. Yeah, this is just a wait and see right now. The Qs are really strong. The SPY is kind of weak. So they're kind of going against each other right now. Looks like the SPY just wants to just let it go and fall, but the Qs are just kind of keeping it from free falling. All right, here comes the SPY. Qs look like it's starting to come down a little bit. I'm just not seeing any definitive weakness or strength. It's kind of a little back and forth. They're both looking like they're forming a bull flag right now. Alright, we're at 17 minutes in. Apple is gone right now. Apple has broken the second supply. It's at the second pivot. Apple is really, really pulling. I think Apple is keeping the market from flushing this morning. I really do. Great earnings last week, and it is just literally, it is pulling up. It is about to hit 173. All right, let's see. We look like we have a little bit of weakness here. It's a little bit, not much. All right, we're definitely forming a bull flag right now. We're definitely forming a bull flag. All right, this is a clean bull flag right here. This is clean. It's about to come down. The SPY's about to come down, and it looks like it might bounce off the VWAP. Yeah, we're not seeing weakness in the market right now. All right, it's coming down. SPY looks like it could just literally just sit on VWAP and pop right back up. Apple's getting a little bit of a rejection here at the pivot.
Hey.
Alright, there is the SPY at the VWAP right there. Let's see what it does here. Oh man, sitting right on top of it. Showing some strength though, it's not flushing. Alright, sitting right on top of the VWAP. Starting to pull up a little bit. Alright, a little pop on VWAP right there. It's that was a little tiny pop. Alright, here comes the Qs. The Qs look like they're coming down with a little bit more aggression. SPY sitting right there at VWAP. Alright, Apple is on the second candle pullback. Sitting right at the 9. If it breaks the 9, the next drop down would be VWAP, which is about 80 cents down. Alright, the Qs are coming down. Watching the SPY though. The Qs look like it tried to break out of this bull flag. The SPYs are going up. They're actually playing opposite each other. This is something you don't see too often. But the Qs and the SPY are not in sync today. It does happen from time to time. But one is showing weakness, one is showing a little bit of strength. No clean setups right now for any trade, so we're just observing. Apple looks like it's making its way back up to the pivot. Nice bounce off the Qs, off the 21. There goes the SPY bouncing again off of VWAP. Looking right here. We're looking for this to get above there.
Hey.
Verizon is not really doing much right now. Alright, watching SPY here.
Hey.
Getting some strength. Looks like it's breaking out of the bull flag now. All right, the SPY is breaking above the pivot, but it's still inside of its zone. Its supply zone goes all the way up to 444. So all this area right here is just supply zone. All right, looks like the SPY is breaking above the pivot, so we're getting some strength here, but we're still inside of the zone.
Hey.
I don't want to take the chance of getting in anything right now inside of the zone. Once we break out of the zone, once we get above 444, we have a little bit of room until 446. Definitely will feel more confident playing calls above 444.
Hey.
Alright, so the previous supply zones that were created from Friday are now null and void. So I'm just going to go ahead and remove those. I'm going to go ahead and remove those. This queue, I'm going to remove this one. This one is definitely null and void. Alright, that's gone. Alright, watching the SPY, seeing that if it's going to retest this pivot and continue upward. Alright, watching the SPY here. Yeah, we're definitely seeing a lot of strength right now with everything. So playing it to the downside is just not fundamentally sound. It would just make sense to just go with the trend. A lot of stocks are green this morning. Alright, watching the SPY right here for this retest.
Hey.
A lot of strength this morning. I want to see if we can get another retest right here. Alright, SPY is definitely making its way through this zone. We have another $1.05 to go in order to get out of this zone completely. Starting to see a little bit of direction now, a little bit. Alright, you got some rising volume now. SPY is in the zone and it is finding strength. Interesting. Gonna have to check the FOMC calendar this week and make sure we don't have anything lined up. Anything that can be potential deterrence to some longs this week. Alright, getting a little bit of a pullback here. Showing a lot of strength though, a lot of strength. Alright, SPY looks like it's coming back down to retest this pivot. It's coming through it. We got some strength on this downward move here. A little bit of volume on this downward move. Got about 30 seconds left on this candle.
Hey.
I don't want to see it close below this pivot. That might not be a good thing if it does. We got about 13 seconds left. Oh man, it's coming down. All right, let's see. Let's see. Let's see. All right, didn't close below, so that's good.
Hey. Hey.
Spy's looking a little weak. Qs are looking like they're starting to pull back a little bit. All right, the SPY is about halfway into the supply zone.
Hey.
So at this point, all we could do is just wait. We're approaching 10 o'clock now, so this is the first half hour. I either want to see the SPY break back down outside of the supply or break above it. If it doesn't do either one, like I said, we'll just set some alerts and then we can come back.
Hey.
Alright, SPY is sitting here about halfway. Apple looks like it's trying to come back up and retest this pivot right here. Apple has the SPY has about 90 cents, about 85 cents more to go to get outside of the zone. We got some strength. There we go. We got some strength showing up here. Nice volume on this push right here, and got about 15 seconds left. We got some nice rising volume there. That's good. All right, it looks like I don't know. It looks like it's trying to make it out of here. It's eating up all those orders from Friday. So if we can get out of here, this could be pretty decent. Oh. Let's see, we have Verizon on watch. Let's see what Verizon is doing over here. Verizon, surprisingly, is not doing much. Alright, here goes the SPY. 38 cents left. 40 more cents and it pops out of the zone. It's definitely showing strength. Alright, I'm watching SPY 445 calls right now. It's almost out of the zone. It's literally almost there. 444, boom. There we go. Next stop will be 445.94. Alright, we need it to close outside of the zone. We have about 40 seconds left on this candle. Yeah, this zone is done. It wouldn't make sense for it to reject right here. It would not make sense for it to reject right here and come all the way back down. But the market can do anything it wants to do, so we're just going to watch it. It is literally at 444 right now. Boom, 444. Here we go. All right, let's see it clear this zone. Let's see it go up a little bit higher, and then we can probably catch it on a pullback, jump in some 445 calls. Yeah, 444 is being defended heavily. Very heavy right now. I'm seeing some 443, 90s coming down the tape, 92, 94, 95, 444. There we go. Nice clean break. 444.15. Beautiful, beautiful. Now all we need to do is just see a little bit of a pullback, and then we can try to get in. It's a little bit too far away from the 9. Qs are definitely showing some strength this morning. Boom. All right, let's let the 9 catch up. Let's let the 9 catch up before we get in. We need to make sure we get in on some support. It is too far away from the 9. It's about 60 cents away from the 9 right now. That's too far of a drop. Alright, if we can get down to at least 443.50 for a retest, I would be confident going in. But it's too high up right now, so we want to wait, be a little patient. Alright, it is outside of the zone, so it's doing exactly what we needed to do. It cleared the zone. Now we just need to get a little bit of a pullback, at least back down to the 9, and then let's see what these contracts are looking like. Not too bad. Alright, watching the spot here. Breaking back below 444. Alright, the 9 is almost catching up to the hoping to get a little bit of a pullback here. See if it's gonna come back down. Qs are coming down. Let's see if it pulls the spot down with it. Alright, 444 definitely looks like it was heavily defended. Okay, let's see what we're gonna do here. SPY and the Qs are just kind of holding steady. SPY looks like it's, there we go, starting to make its way back down. Let's see if it can come back down and touch the 9. Alright, looking for an entry right. Oh, I know that wasn't it. Was that it right there? Is that all we're getting?
Hey.
I think that was
Hey.
it.
Hey.
Alright, it's right on the 9. There we go. Now I can come down. Oh, man. Oh, man, it's taking off again. I think we missed our entry. Alright, looks like it's trying to come back down again one more time for us. Showing a little bit of weakness here.
Hey.
We have some resistance right here. This is the 4th wick at 444. We have some rising volume on this pullback. What's going on here? There must be something here at 444. Qs are looking a little bit stronger. Alright, what's going on? We got 4 wicks above 440.
Hey.
Alright, let's get in 3 calls right here.
Hey.
Oh man. We missed our entry.
Hey. Hey.
let's see what's going on here. This 444. Which prevented us from missing our entry on this move right here. Gotta remember, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday is 0 DTE on the SPY and Qs, and unfortunately that notification comes up letting us know every time. Alright, so we missed our entry there. That was a nice little pop. That was a $20 move. What can you do? SPY. If we can get another pullback back down to 444, we can try to jump back in, but the SPY is gone right now. Man, it's approaching 445. You know, contracts are $40 a piece. Man. It's alright. It's alright. Alright. Let's see if we can get a little bit of a pullback here on this SPY. Good strong morning.
Hey.
Good strong morning. Finally had some direction. No choppiness. Started off a little, a little choppy, but it found its way. It found its way. Yeah, the SPY is going right now. Man, we missed that entry. Our target was 445.94. It's at 444.97. This is $1 away. We can get another pullback back down to as close to 444 as possible. I feel confident jumping back in some more calls. Now that we got that notification off the screen, should be in a good place. Alright, let's see if we can get a little bit of a pullback here. Qs are coming down hard, man. Let's see what it's doing with the SPY. Alright, the Qs are pulling back. I'm watching SPY to see if the Qs are definitely pulling back to the 9. SPY is holding very strong. There we go. That's what I want to see right there. See if we can get down a little bit more. Gotta take what we can get sometimes, though. Alright, 50 seconds left on this candle. Alright, we need the SPY to come down. It's not gonna wait for us, but if we can get it to come down, that'd be good. Watching SPY here. It's looking strong. We need a pullback though. There we go. Come back down a little bit more. We're just looking for it to come back, like down to maybe about right here. I'm actually gonna put a horizontal bar. If we can get back down to about right here, that would be good. That would give us some room. That would give us a decent amount of room. SPY is going though. Apple is going, SPY is going. Apple right now, 175 are the next contracts. 50,000, wow. 50,000. Alright, I don't want to buy here at the top, so we need a pullback. Alright, we're getting a pullback here. SPY's coming back down, which is what we want to see. Watching right here. Come down just a little bit more. There you go, SPY. A little bit more. Like to have that support. Like to have that peace of mind of knowing we have support on our entries. I don't want to get in right in the middle, right in midair. We have too much room on the way down. And if this trade was to go against us, we would be down tremendously before we have a stop loss. At least if we catch it at the 9, then our stop loss can be a break below the pivot. Alright, we're getting pulled. Come on, SPY. Just a little bit more. There we go. Alright, these 445s are up $40 from when we could have gotten in. I really don't want to buy them right here, but it's not like we have much of a choice. Yeah, the SPY is showing a strength right now. I don't think we're going to get that pullback. Alright, Qs are pulling back a little bit. Let's see if the SPY comes back with it. Alright, the Qs are pulling back. Let's see if the SPY pulls back with it. Alright, it's 10:15. We're 45 minutes into this market. Time does go by really quickly though. Alright, watching the Qs here. I don't know why it's so hard for the SPY to come down to this pivot, man. This is some strength that we haven't seen on the SPY in a few weeks, like in a long time.
Hey.
Usually we see it for the first couple of minutes in the morning, and then it just ends up just pulling back. All right, Apple's starting to pull back a little bit. Apple is pulling back. Let's see if it's gonna pull the market down with it. All right, this is Apple's third red candle. It's sitting on the 9. If it breaks below the 9, I would definitely expect to see the Qs coming back down. We're looking at it right here. Yeah, Apple's pulling back. Apple's pulling back. All right, so we just sit here and wait and see what's going on. All right, the Qs are holding. SPY looks like it wants to keep pushing up. Low volume on this pullback. Apple is coming down a little hard. This is the third red candle for Apple. So, that was an inverted hammer. Okay, watching Apple. Apple is pulling back. It's pulling the market down with it. I'm looking around the market. I see Tesla. I see Nvidia pulling back. SPY, it looks like it wants to keep going, but Apple might be pulling it down. All right, so at this point, we're looking to get into SPY, but we need SPY to come back down. And there it is, just taking off right now. Yeah, SPY's gone. SPY's gone. Alright, SPY just had a nasty rejection. Nasty. Nasty rejection. Rejected hard at 445. Next psychological number, we have 1, 2, 3, 4 rejections. Alright, they're both coming down. SPY puts 444. Let's go for 44. Alright, we're just watching. We're just watching for this pullback now. This is the third candle for the SPY coming back down off of 445. So again, getting back down to 444 be a good entry. Good entry right here at the pivot. Alright, this little decreasing volume on this pullback on the SPY right here. Alright, we have a minute left on this candle on the SPY. Low volume pullback. We don't want to see the volume increase. That's not going to be a good sign. Sitting on the 9. Alright, SPY's starting to pop back up again. Oh man. I see some big orders on SPY right now. Just below 445. See some decent size orders above 445 on the sell side on SPY. But below 445 at like 444.75, we have buyers just waiting like sharks. So this would be a good area to kind of get in on some calls. We just need some pullback. Decent volume right here on Apple. It's about a third of the it's almost a third of the daily volume here within the first 50 minutes of trading, so that's good. Alright, SPY just broke above 445. So it's moving today, it's just not waiting for anybody. It's one of those you get in now and you just take what you can get, or you just don't get in at all, waiting for the perfect setup. Yeah, SPY is ripping right here. Wow, it is ripping hard. It is ripping hard. Target was 445.94. It's about 60 cents away. Wow, it is ripping right here. Yeah, that was a nice rip right there on the SPY. Nice rip.
Hey.
Nice rip. Beautiful rip. A lot of strength this morning on the SPY and the Q. Not really pulling back much. When they have days like this, it's ideal to get in early. Get in early, leave runners, and just ride it. But we haven't had a day like this in, I want to say, a couple months. It has been a while since we've seen days like this. SPY is approaching the pivot at 445.94. Man. hoping to get a little bit more of a pullback on that last move, but it just didn't want to wait for us. Those 445 contracts went from 167 to 237. That's a nice $70 move from right here. From right here to where it is now, it literally popped $70. Those contracts were flying though. That's the thing about scalping. You know, these are the kind of moves that you need to catch when you're scalping. You need to catch really quick, aggressive moves like that. That's the purpose of scalping. Get in and out of the trades as fast as you can, catching as much of the move as possible. All right, well, it's about 10:30 now, so at this point, all we can do is just set some alerts, check the charts, and see if there's any other areas we need to be concerned with moving up. We have another supply zone at just 447 and a half. 447 and a half. $447.5. So, you know, we have about a $2 move up, but we have this pivot right here about 40 cents away. That's why it would have been ideal to have caught this back down around 444, because it was a $2 move up to the pivot, and we would have had plenty of room to ride it up from the, you know, from one pivot to the next. But with it literally being right up here at the next pivot, there's barely any room to make any money. So the risk to reward would not be that much. You're risking like 1 to 5, and that just doesn't make any sense. Because if it goes against you, it would just, I mean, look how far of a drop this would be. You're talking about over $1 move back down. And on 0 DTE, $1 is, you're going to lose probably about 40-50% of your contract, which doesn't make any sense at all. That's literally gambling. All right. I'm not even getting excited here on this next pullback with the SPY, because apparently it doesn't like to come down that much today. So I'm going to move this up. I think it'll probably pull back to about right there. That'll probably be the next entry. There's just not much room. It's only $1 room between here and that pivot, man. Like I said, if it goes against you, it is not going to be a good thing. 10:30 already. Time is flying this morning. Alright, it's holding that. Yep. It's bouncing right where I said it was going to. That would have been a quick little baby scalp. We got some decent volume on this pullback though. We have about 30 seconds left. Let's see if it continues to go any lower. The next pivot down would be right around here if it comes back down. Now that wouldn't be that bad. That would give us almost $1.50 move back up. Let's see if it's going to give us that. The Qs are pulling back a little bit. Apple's starting to pull back a little bit. SPY is just showing a lot of strength. Alright, it's coming back down a little bit more. Let's see if it comes back down to this next one. 444.58. And then if it breaks that, the next pivot down would be 444.25. Which at that point, I would be perfectly fine with. I would be perfectly fine. But we're getting too much rising volume on these pullbacks, which isn't a good sign. Apple is sitting right on top of the 21 right now. If it breaks that, that could be a little ugly right here. Oh, okay, there goes SPY hitting that. All right. All right, next pivot is sitting right here on top of the 21. All right, the SPY looks like it's running out of juice. Let me see how much time it's now. We still got 50 seconds. Yeah, these pullbacks are strong. The volume is rising. You can see the volume right here. It's coming down a little hard. The next safe entry would be here. You don't want to get in halfway because, again, you have too much of a drop down. You're talking 50 cents. And it's just not worth the risk right now. Oh, man, it's coming down. All right, let's see. Boom. 45. Yep. It's literally hitting every level I'm setting. The next pivot down. Yeah. There must have been something up there at 445.50. Alright, it's retesting right here. Watching the Qs. If the Qs break this 21, that's not going to be good. Apple is at the pivot right now. It looks like it's holding. We don't want it to go any lower, but let me get some puts ready just in case. That way we can play it either way. Because if it breaks this, then our next level down would be 443.60. It looks like it's bouncing here. This could be a pullback though before it continues going any lower. So, let's see. Let's see what it's gonna do. All right. I'm in some puts right here. I'm in some SPY puts. I want to see if it breaks this 21. If it does, we have room to 443.60, which is about 80 cents down. Where are we? These are 440. 444s. Okay. Alright, so we're just staying. Looking to see what it gives us right now. You know what? I just realized I was actually at the pivot. That actually wasn't a good entry. I was at the pivot. We should have waited for it to break below that. Alright, let's just watch it here. Alright, let's see if the selling pressure is going to continue. Oh. Alright, let's see. Alright, we're going to get out right here. us out. We took a hit right there. One thing I'm going to have to pay closer attention to is my pivots. That was actually a pivot. Was that a pivot? No, it actually wasn't a pivot. So why did it bounce right there? Didn't close below. That's what it was. It didn't close below. It didn't close below. That's what it was. I'm gonna have to differentiate my pivots from my my support and resistance. I'm just gonna have to mark them like that. There we go. All right, that's a little bit better. All right. So we missed out on that one right there. Took a little bit of a hit right there. Should have waited for it to close. We should have waited for it to close below that 21. That was our mistake. We needed it to close below before we entered. I saw it breaking down, coming down. That's the second time that move has gotten us, and we need to make sure we wait for it to close below before we enter these plays moving forward, because as you can see, it can easily pivot back up. All right, let's see if we have any more plays today. I'm going to go ahead and document my journal with what we just did. I know exactly how we can make that trade better next time. And today is January 31st. Alright, so while we're waiting here to start setting some alerts to come back, we're going to look to see if there's anything else we can do. See if we have any other setups. Alright. Volume is still looking pretty strong though. Apple is sitting here at the pivot, looking kind of weak up here. I wonder if that was the reason why it was pulling the cues down. Nice little steep 3 candle drop here, as it did previously right here. Rejection off of this 173.75 area. Came back up, retested that area, rejected. Now it's sitting here low. Volume looks to be halfway decent. I don't know. It's above its supply, so the supply is done. Supply is gone. We can get let me see what I just got rid of. Got rid of the wrong, yeah. Let's get rid of the supply. So there we go. Supply is gone. And let's get rid of that one right there. Alright, so we have no supply now. Here it comes back down again. Alright, so let's do the same thing again. We're gonna, this time, if it breaks below this yellow line, we need to close below. We can ride it back down to 443.60. At that point, we will have about a 60-cent move. We actually lost, let me see, 10. Yeah, we lost about 80 cents on that move, so hopefully we can get it back. We just need to close. We need to close below this second time. We can't make the same mistake twice.
Hey.
There's a lot of strength today, though, man. The thing about catching scalp puts is the same thing in reverse from catching scalp calls. You're just trying to catch a little bit of a move, you know. Clearly, the direction has been moving upward today, so that's not something that you want to go against. But as you can see, you want to ignore moves where they're not showing clear direction. But this little pullback right here was perfect, but it looked like it retested this first level that I set, and then it retested the second level, so there really wasn't that much room down to the first level. Now if we knew it was going to come down to the second level, then that would have been definitely a good entry on the second candle coming down. But same thing here, you know, if it retests here at the 21, this next level is going to be right here. Now from there to there is 90 cents, but we need to close below this 29. Let's look at it on different time frames and let's see if there's, see, nothing here, nothing there, there's the 9, nothing there. Oh, it's at a pivot. Oh, wow. That is what we missed right there. I think that's what got us. Is that what got us?
Hey.
So, but it closed. It didn't close. It did close below. It closed below that. Oh, that was an interesting move. So it closed below the pivot on this long candle. Next candle was coming down, but it didn't go anywhere from there. So, all right, we needed to go below. We needed to close below this 21. That's the only way I would feel confident going back in it again. Apple is coming down to the VWAP, which is about 11 cents away. That's not looking too good. Next candle opening lower. All right, we're in 5 more right here. Let's see if we can get back some of our money, man. All right, let's see what SPY is doing here. See if we can get anything. We have a little bit of a move down. Let's just get out right here, because I just have a feeling this thing is not going to hold. Just too much back and forth, man. We need definitive strength right now. Oh man, there we go. Alright, the 443 area was where we were looking at to take calls going back up. It's approaching that level. It's just bouncing too much, man. It's just not giving us definitive. It's not giving us definitive weakness. $443, $444. Let's see how these 444 contracts look on the SPY calls. Let's see, it's showing signs of weakness though. Alright, we're getting a little bit of a pop here on the SPY. All right, looking at the SPY. Nice bounce there at 444. Nice bounce. Nice breakout out of that bull flag. Very clean breakout. Alrighty, so took 2 trades today on the SPY. Lost on the first one, got a tiny bit back on the second one. There was just not enough volume on that flush for me to feel confident in staying in that any longer. It came down a little bit more, so we could have stuck around an extra 20 seconds, but we are looking for clear direction. We are looking for some clear direction today. So again, we're gonna set some alerts here. It's 10:45 now. We're gonna set some alerts. See if we break this 446, or if we actually break below pre-market. Let me see. Is it pre-market low? Let's see if this pre-market low I'm looking at over here. Yeah, pre-market low, which is about 443. If we break below that, then we can possibly have a sell-off today. So 446, 443 are going to be the key levels we're going to set alerts for. And then we'll come back and take a look at these if those alerts end up going off at any time throughout the remainder of the day. Today is 0 DTE, so these contracts do expire today at 4 o'clock. So we are going to want to catch these moves as quick as possible. Let's see here. Yeah. SPY's, look, it's trying to create another flag again. Alright, let's see if it breaks 444. I'll be curious to see if it breaks 444. Let's see if we have anything underneath, a little bit under there. Alright, we have the 9 right here at 444. Alright, yeah. We're sitting at the 9 right there on the 30-minute. Yeah. 15 minute, I'm sorry, not 30, 15 minute, we have the 9 right here. It looks like it's bouncing off the 9. Alright. Alright, let's see what the SPY and the Qs do right here. Alright, looks like the SPY is forming a pennant right here. So, Apple is holding at the pivot. So, SPY could definitely bounce again. SPY can bounce again. Probably get in 3 calls. Let's see if it comes down to 440. 443.60. If it comes down there, we could probably get in 3 calls there and then look to add 3 more. Well, you know what? VWAP is at 443. That's a 50-cent drop. I don't know if I want to. Let's see if it breaks below 443.66. If it breaks below the second line right here and comes down, then this area would be where we could be looking to take some calls. Catch it here and then take it back up to this 446 or 443.66. look like we were going to get the pullback that we wanted. But it definitely created a pennant right here. You can see here and then up here. There. Right there. There we go. Oh, man. It's not really coming exactly to the levels that we want today. Alright, looks like SPY is breaking out the pennant. Man. Alright, we're going to go ahead and document our entries. Yeah, it's gone. SPY is gone. Got some rising volume on this one too. Okay, let's see. We got the 445s. 445s loaded. Yeah, that was a nice breakout of that. That was a nice breakout of this pennant. Beautiful breakout. See, I would expect a move like that to happen off of VWAP. Not necessarily, you know, just in the middle of the chart right here, but that was nice. It's still going. It's still going. That was a nice move. SPY is showing a lot of strength today. Qs are trying to, looks like it's trying to retest today's highs. Apple is sitting up here holding. Looks like it might have broken out of that flag that it formed up here as well. Alright, watching the SPY here. We still have a little bit of room to the top, so we can actually come back and retest this 445.80. Let's see if we can get a little bit of a pullback here. Come back down to the top of the pennant. If it can come back down and retest this area right here, I'll be interested in taking some calls. Alright, so we're going to stick around and just wait and see if this ends up coming back down to retest this 440, 450 area. Let's go ahead and document it on a journal.
Hey. Hey,
All right, just went ahead and documented the journal. I could see the move that we missed right here was basically on this failure to close. It broke below this yellow line, but on this second move, where were we at? Right here. It closed below the second line. So once it started to pull down, that was our entry. But as you can see, it started to pull back and it started to form the pennant. I wouldn't have had this drawn here anyway. I should have had it drawn by the time it came down the second time. That's how we would have known right here that this could have popped as soon as it came down, hit the bottom of the pennant, it could have popped back up. So I just made a note in my journal that need to make sure that we have these flag patterns drawn. Once these candles, once the chart gives us enough candles, we have to start drawing these patterns, or else we're gonna miss opportunities like that. We were looking for it to come down and retest here before we entered, but as you can see, it hit the bottom of the channel and then it literally popped out. I mean, this was an aggressive move right here. This was about 50% of the contract, so we could have ended up catching that. That would have been amazing. I know me, I would have exited it right here and left a couple runners to catch this little bit of the move right here. So if I would have had like 5 contracts, I would have sold maybe 3 or 4 here, caught maybe 20%, 18, 20%, and then let this last 30% ride with 1 or 2 contracts. So that still could have been, a decent move. Missed that though. But I'm documenting my journal, so this is something we are not going to miss. This is something we're not going to miss again. All right, so we're done trading for the day. We're going to go ahead and leave it there, set our alerts, and then come back and see if there's anything else we can do moving forward. All right. All right, our journal is updated. We are ready to go. Hopefully we can get our camera situation squared away so we can make sure we have our live going full stream tomorrow. So 2 trades today, 2 on the SPY. The first one was for a loss. The second one was for a small, very tiny win. We're trying to catch the pullback of the SPY off of these 2 rejection areas, but unfortunately we weren't able to catch this first one. We got caught up in this pullback right here. And on the second one, we didn't catch too much of a move. We might have cost maybe like 2 or 3% of this move here. We got out, came down to about 6-7%, but it just didn't look strong. Volume wasn't really rising the way we would have liked. But we're gonna set our alerts here for 446 and 442. Go on with the rest of the day and see if anything else transpires. If we do, we'll get back on live and let you know. All right, so we're signing out now. Thank you for joining Esco Trading.